Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. I hope you're having a nice Sunday morning on this cold, crisp morning in Victorville, California. Well, anyway, this one today, I'm going to talk about top war board games of 2023 that I played, and by top I mean the ones that I had the most fun with. Doesn't mean they were better than the other ones or better than any other games, and it also doesn't mean that they came out in 2023. It only means that I played them in 2023. So I'm going to do a little slideshow for you. I'll show you what I played. Then I'm going to list the top four. So let me take a second here to bring this slideshow up. And it's not working. There we go, I think. All right, 2023 favorite war board games. You guys have any war board games that you played? What was your favorite in 2023 that you played? Put it down in the remarks section watching this later. If you're on live with me, let me know live, and we'll see what. And if anybody comes up, there is one person up there watching right now. So put your comments down there about anything about war board games or board games in general. I'll answer any of the questions. See, I got my font off a little bit here on this first slide, so I'm not off to a good start with this presentation, am I? So here we go. I'll review the ones that I played. Okay. The first one's A Greater Victory from Revolution Games. So as it shows, it came out in 2022. 1 to 2 players, 120 to 480 minutes, and there's the weight on it, 2 out of 5. This is about South Mountain on September 14th, 1862. Good game. I really enjoyed playing this one. Now the one I played was Brothers at War, 1862 from Compass Games. This was a new system, a system new to me, and I believe there's going to be more added on to this series in the future. It came out in 2022. 1 to 2 players, 60 to 240 minutes, a little bit heavier, 3.2 out of 5. It took me a little bit to get used to this one if you watch the video on it, but I did after a while, and it plays rather smoothly and rather nicely also. They all play nicely on here. I don't know why I even say things like that. Anyway, here we go. David, how you doing? I'm glad that you can join me for my 2023 favorite war board games. This slide I got on there right now is just the first 2 that I'm showing. The next 2 that I'm going to show you are Chancellorsville 1863 from Worthington Games. 1 and 2 players, 45 to 90 minutes. It is fun to play solo very well. It's kind of card driven, and it's a card driven game. A lot of decisions to make, and it's blocks. So its weight is 2 out of 5, as you can see, so not that high, so it's fun. Probably a good game for beginners in the war games to give a try too. Then the other one is D-Day at Tarawa, a John Butterfield one. I've had this for a long time. If you saw my review when I started playing it in November, I try to play it every November. This November, I gave up on it. I gave up on it only for this year because I don't know whether it was my mind. I got frustrated with myself because I had to look up too many things too many times and couldn't remember them. So I'm going to build myself a little player aid for when I bring it out the next time to do. But it's a good game. It's got a lot going on it. That's why it's 3.73. And then you got all of it out here in the water. You got all these dots and there's machine guns firing out there, and you're trying to get in. It kind of shows the real trouble that the Marines had on Tarawa that day. That first 72 hours, where the 1,695 guys were killed in 72 hours. That is crazy. Yeah, that brought the war home real quickly. All right, but it's a tough one, but I like it. I also like D-Day at at Omaha Beach, but I didn't play it this year. It's same by John Butterfield. Next to Pavlov's House. This was I believe the first in a series called the Valiant Defense series. Plays 1 to 3. I really think 3 would be too many. I had a lot of fun with it. Playing solo, 60 to 75 minutes. It's about a medium weight. It's a good entry. It's good, and I plan on getting more in the Valiant Defense series, but I just haven't decided which one I want. And then I heard, I'm not sure for sure, that he's going to be putting out one. David Thompson's going to be putting one out on Guadalcanal in the series. Let's see what we got going there. Fun waiting to see if any of the war games I own made your list. The list is only the ones that I played in there. So we'll see. I only got a few more to go here. Raiders of the Deep. This is a pretty cool one-player solo, 120 minutes. The weight's 3.07. I think that weight could be a little bit high. I would call this more of a thematic type game. This is where you are the German U-boat commander, and you try to follow him, see if you can, how well of a career he can put together. And then they do give you some data from the actual career of the guy, and you see if he did better or worse than he actually did in real life. Cool game. It's in the lines, if you're familiar with the Hunted or Silent Victory. It's in the lines, of course. They're all designed by Gregory M. Smith. I didn't say Pavlov's House. That's a David Thompson creation over there, and that was the second edition that I have. And we're going down. I forgot how many slides I've showed you so far. This is my third slide. There we go. Here's my fourth and last slide, because I only played 8 war games this year. I play a lot of other games, a lot of sports games. Where do you see the sports favorite list when it comes up in another week or so? Then the day was ours. And this is, again, another from Revolution Games. The other one I forgot, the Greater Victory. They're both in the blind sword system, which is good for playing solo because it has a chit pull system on it. So you never know what's going to be happening and everything. So, this is the first Battle of Bull Run in July of 1861. Bull Run or Manassas, depending on the South and the North, I don't think they ever, except for Gettysburg, ever named their battles the same. They're all different. And then the other one that I played was second edition of War Room. This is a big game, okay? I did get to play it with 5 players. It says 120 to 360 minutes. Well, we played, and it's 3.47. There's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of rules to know. We played for about, I would say, 5 to 6 hours, and I don't think we were halfway through the game. But, there was some of us that were familiar with it, but we had never played it before. So that kind of slowed things down a little bit, I think. And but I had a good time. I really enjoyed playing that, okay? And so here we go with the top 4 that I had the most fun with. Not that they're better than any. I had fun with all of these. But here we go with the number 4 on the list. War Room, one I just talked about. That was a lot of fun. 5 people. And that added to the fun, having those people. We were all playing different factions in it and so forth. But even though we didn't complete it, I had fun. I hope it's not going to be an easy game to get back on the table again. I have 2 players that would play with me, but then we've also played with 2 players that we've never played with before. They were a lot of fun. Ken Smith and his brother Tim. They were a lot of fun. So might get back on with them again someday. We'll see. That's number 4, War Room 2nd edition. All right. Here we go. Number 3, Chancellorsville 1863. I did have fun with this one. I played this one probably 5 or 6 times. And boy, I was bound and determined to try to have the Union win that battle, but I didn't. I wasn't successful. But it is good. Like I said, it's blocks. And then you draw cards, and you have all of the general commanders up on the cards up here, and then it tells you what they can do and can't do. And then up on the board, you move the blocks around, you make decisions, and then it tells you where to move them and so forth. Fun game. Good entry-level game. I recommend this for people just getting into board games. And it's from Worthington Games. Number 3, a lot of fun. Okay, number 2, The Day Was Ours. I really like the blind sword system, and people that follow the channel know that I have quite a few of them in the blind sword system, in the Black Swan, or whatever it's called, the advance after that one. There's a couple of games in there, and then the Most Fearful Sacrifice. But this was A Day Was Ours, first bull run. I didn't play the entire campaign, but I did play several of the scenarios. 1 and 2 players. I played it solo because it has the chit pull system. Play any game that I found, well, not only blind swords, that has the chit pull system, plays well solo. All right, it's got a little higher than medium weight on it out of 5, and that's The Day Was Ours, the first Battle of Bull Run from Revolution Games. Came out in 2021. Now here's the one that I had the most fun with. Pavlov's House by David Thompson. I think there was a co-creator on that, but right now I can't remember it. Came out in 2018. I was late to the game, late to the party again with this one. I just picked it up, I think, in 2022, till the end of 2022. But like I said, the Valiant Defense series, there's 3 other ones that are out there right now. There's the Lazarus Ridge and the Postman Wear Blues, or something about the postmen wear in uniforms, based on actual fights and so forth. And they're putting out, I heard they're putting out another one. I'm glad at Guadalcanal, and I want to check into that more, because I want to add to this series, the Valiant Defense series, but I'm really interested in Guadalcanal. 1 to 3 players. I think 3 would be too many in this game. I had a lot of fun with 1. This one here is also would be recommended for entry-level players. I think that they could get that there. So that's my list for this year. Only 8 games play war games, because they take much more time, and then I have to refresh. I have to learn them the best I can and so forth. They're not quick like a lot of the sports games. Not a lot of the sports games. Half the sports games are quick, so half of them are long. But anyway, I will have 2 more top videos coming out. One will be on the sports games, and one will be on multiplayer games that I played. And so, David, if you have was any of these on your list? Okay, well, David, thanks for stopping in for today. And the rest of you, if you see this one, see the recording, please go down there and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Somebody else just came on. I'll see if they want to ask a question on this particular my favorite war games that I had fun with in 2023 that I played. I'll do a quick review again for whoever just came on. As far as the games that I played The Greater Victory from Revolution Games in the blind sword system. Brotherhood of War, Brothers at War, 1862 from Compass Games. I think it's the first in the new series that they're going to have the Brigade Command series of the Civil War. I played Chancellorsville, 1863 from Worthington. I played D-Day at Tarawa from Decision Games by John Butterfield. I played Pavlov's House from David Thompson. Raiders of the Deep from Compass Games. It's a Gregory M. Smith production. And I played The Day Was Ours, the first Battle of Bull Run from Revolution Games in the Blind Sword. And I played War Room 2nd Edition. I did get to have a 5-player game of that one. My favorites that I played, the top 4 that I played, the game that I had the most fun with, number 4 was War Room. It's a big game. It's hard to get on the table. I was happy to be able to get it on with 5 players. Did we complete it? No, we didn't complete it. We played 5 or 6 hours, and maybe we're halfway through. It's a big one. Chancellorsville, 1863, real fun game, card-driven with blocks. And I recommend this will be one of the 2 that I recommend for anybody that's new to wargaming, maybe to get a handle on, to start building up some experience. Number 2, The Day Was Ours, the first bull run in 1861. from Revolution Games, Blind Sword series. Herman Luttman was the designer, I believe. And my most fun was David Thompson's Pavlo's House from the Valiant Defense series. So I want to thank you all for stopping by the channel, and hope you had a great holiday season. Here we are in January. Don't forget, on the second Sunday of January, and starting this month, the second Sunday, I'm going to do another live broadcast in addition to the one on the last Sunday of the month. And this one will be called Talking About. We talk about any subject I may have or any subjects you may have. 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hope to see you there. Thank you very much for stopping by. SoCalSabre saying, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.